Go. Hi, I'm Dr. Cliff Fruit Handler, and today we're going to talk about TMJ. I have a patient who came in last week, and we did an Osiris scan, and the Osiris scan came up with TMJ irritation and inner ear problems. So, if we can, just give me a quick synopsis of what you've had as far as clenching goes and headaches.
When I wake up in the morning, I can tell that I've clenched all night long and grind my teeth, and I just feel tightness from basically my shoulders all the way to the top of my head. And I can just tell that my mouth is really tight, my jawline, and sometimes I'll just feel like I have a headache from all the grinding and movement within my jaw during the night.
Okay, and what would you say seems to bring that out? Are there certain things in your life that will create it?
I think subconsciously I'm stressed, and I deal with things when I'm sleeping, but I'm not consciously aware of it. But I am aware of the symptoms.
But stress brings out the clenching,
Stress,
right?
definitely stress.
Okay, and you've tried using a night guard, a night appliance, and that helps.
Yeah, I do wear a bite guard, and that has relieved some of the symptoms. But I want to stop the clenching.
Okay, so the TMJ pain away, or what we call the tap technique, is designed to get you to stop clenching. So we'll agree that it's an unconscious habit. Do you consciously say, I'm going to clench to reduce my stress?
No.
Okay. So if stress brings on clenching, we'll assume that the two go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Why would we clench to reduce stress?
I think it's my way of feeling like I'm in control or I'm resisting something.
Okay. You think clenching will help you on that one?
In some strange way, I think
Okay.
it's my reaction to stress.
Okay, and if I told you it's a habit, where do you think the habit might come from?
It has to be something subconscious.
Okay.
Because I'm not aware of consciously why I do that.
I totally agree with you, and that's the whole purpose of the program. Now, what it's about right now is I actually have to teach you why and how you do it, because once you understand the principles, then you'll understand why the technique will work. The technique itself is very simple.
Okay.
So here we go. It's an unconscious habit. We agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. We agree that when stress is present, then you tend to clench.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I say it's a habit. Where does the habit come from? I say go all the way back to when you were a baby. Okay. Now, I'm a parent. Have you been around children?
Yes.
Okay. When a baby is under stress, it's hungry, wet, tired, or in pain. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. Now, obviously, you take care of them and they stop crying. But you're in the car, your baby's locked into the seat next to you, and they're crying, and they're hungry, and they're wet, and they're tired, and they're in pain, and you can't do anything. You're on the highway. What do?
Grip the steering wheel tighter.
Well, having 3 kids, we take a little pacifier and we stick it in their mouth and they start chewing, right? And as soon as they start chewing, they stop crying. They're still hungry, they're still wet, they're still tired, they're in pain.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so see where I'm going.
Yes.
Okay, so when we were babies and we were under stress for whatever it was, it could be emotional, it could be fear, it could be hungry, wet, tired, and in pain. One way to alleviate it instantly was to stick something in the mouth. Now, traditionally, it's the bottle, but a binky or a pacifier has no substance. They're just chewing. So the suckling reflex is survival. So as soon as anything touches the mouth, we start chewing, and that's how babies feed themselves. But we stick the pacifier in the mouth, and they start chewing, and they pacifies them,
Okay.
right? And then we keep doing that for many years. So what happened is, with my daughter, she was like 3 years old, and she had like 6 binkies. Okay, one was hanging from one strap, it was hanging one here, one was hanging here, one was in the mouth, one was in the right hand, one was in the left hand. If I took away any one of those binkies, she would cry. Right?
Wow.
She even had binkies stashed away in the crib. It was amazing. We would lose them. Well, we found them when we lifted the whole thing apart. She stashed her binky. So for her, the binky or the pacifier was really important. So now what happens? The pacifier eventually comes out. They cry, they scream, it's tough on mom and dad, and then the thumb goes in the mouth. Okay? Now, at some point, the thumb comes out of the mouth at age 5 to 10, and they stop, chewing on their thumbs. They stop chewing on the binky. And you think everything is normal. Well, I can go into my daughter's room in the middle of the night now at 18 years old and she's sound asleep and she's chewing on her thumb, right? When she's having a bad dream.
Mm-hmm.
Now, during the day, it doesn't happen. Why? Because at night, unconsciously, they go back to the habit of chewing. Now, if the thumb isn't in the mouth and you're under stress, what happens? You have bad dreams. And when you're having bad dreams, you're under a lot of stress, and unconsciously, you go back to that time when you were 3, 4, 5 years old, and you start chewing. Now, the difference is when you're chewing in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, there's no food in your mouth. So therefore, the teeth are going bone to bone.
Mm-hmm.
And when they go bone to bone, they go harder and harder and harder, right?
Right.
Okay. So if, I'll just use my arms for example. If I'm pushing together, I'm pushing as hard as I can. And I do this, and I'm pushing really hard, and I do that for a period of a month, do you think my shoulders are going to hurt?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, my shoulders are going to hurt after a few days. Okay? Now, if you're chewing, and you're chewing as hard as you possibly can, what happens is the muscles here go into spasm. They irritate the jaw. When you wake up in the morning, everything is tight, and you can just try to yawn, and the next thing you know, you'll irritate the TM joint itself, the temporomandibular joint itself. When the muscles go into spasm, they can then refer pain out. So the masseter can refer pain in this distribution, and the internal pterygoids can refer pain up in here, and then from up in here, more muscles go into spasm until you have a pain cycle. So pain gives spasm, spasm gives trigger points or myofascial trigger points, which then refer pain, and you can even get pain going down the arm, and it's not coming from a nerve root, it's coming from a myofascial trigger point.
Okay.
With me so far?
I'm following you.
Okay. So, it's an unconscious habit that goes back to when you're a baby. When you're under stress, you're having a bad dream, you're sound asleep, and unconsciously you're trying to reduce the tension, so you start clenching. Now, the dental solution is to give you an appliance to wear. And if you're wearing an appliance, now the teeth aren't going bone to bone. So if my hands were the teeth and they're going like this, they never actually touch, they come close. So if you're chewing gum, you can chew gum all day long because there's gum there and you get the squishy response and it just keeps going. Take the gum out and now it goes like this and there's no release. The end result is you go harder, harder, harder. That's bruxism. Over time, it'll actually grind your teeth down, they'll flatten out. Often the dentist will say to you, you clench your teeth. You say, how do you know that? Because your teeth have ground down. At that point, now you can have a malocclusion. So the constant clenching, which is bruxism, causes spasm, causes irritation of the jaw. The next thing you know, you wake up in the morning with tension and headaches, and then the headaches get progressively worse. As the headaches get worse, that's more pain. More pain is more stress is more clenching, and it's a pain cycle that continues.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay, so now the answer is obvious, isn't it? You have
Right.
two possible answers. One, reduce stress, which of course you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and that's part 2 of the program. Number 1 is teach yourself not to clench. Okay? So, if clenching is an unconscious habit, how would we teach your unconscious mind not to do it?
I don't know how to deal. Well,
Okay.
hypnosis.
Hypnosis. You're right on the nose. Okay, I'm going to show you the technique, and then you'll repeat with me.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, the technique is really very simple. You tap, tap on the temples. What does that do? That wakes up the unconscious mind to the temples, to the area of the clenching, to the temporomandibular joint. Then you say out loud, so your unconscious mind hears it, or your subconscious mind hears it, you speak to it, okay? And you tap, tap, you say, relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. And it's fairly monotonous. You're self-hypnotizing yourself. Okay, so how does this really work, okay? It really works because the unconscious mind just does what it's told. It doesn't think,
Right.
okay? So I'm going to give you an example. If you're a parent and Joey's your son and you say, Joey, you're a bad boy, you're going to jail when you grow up. Joey, you're a bad boy and you're going to jail when you grow up. And you tell him that every day of his life, what do you think happens?
He goes to jail.
You got it. Or you can be that perfect parent And you can say, Joey, you're smart, you're going to college. Joey, you're smart, you're going to college. Joey, you're smart, you're going to college. So the end result is what happens? He's smart and he goes to college. We tell our children all the time, you start in elementary school, then you go to the middle, then from middle you go to high. And it's repeated to them over and over again to the point that they just do what they're told. Their unconscious mind knows that's where they're going. Okay? So what we're saying is, relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Now, how long does it take? 10 seconds. How often do you do it? Well, a good habit takes 3 months to get rid of. A bad habit takes 3 months to get rid of. A good habit, or something that you enjoy, can take one time. You can eat ice cream one time and you're addicted to ice cream. Okay? So, to get out of a habit, you have to do it repetitively. Now, if you do the technique 3 times a day, and you do 10 times you're telling yourself, relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. That's 30 times a day you're telling your unconscious mind not to do it. Guess what happens? Like this. Within a day, 2 days, you stop clenching. But if you stop and you don't do it after a week, you'll just go right back to that bad habit. So the answer is you have to do it 3 times a day for 90 days, 3 months. Now, pretty much by the first month, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But you know what? What does it cost to do this?
Nothing.
Nothing. It costs 20 seconds of your time. So for 20 seconds, 3 times a day, you do the technique, you lose days of headaches, you gain days at work, your lifestyle improves, everything improves. It's worthwhile to do for 3 months. But because it's so simple, it seems stupid. We call them the stupid exercises.
Right.
So it's tap, tap, relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Do it for me.
Okay.
Tap, tap.
No, relax.
Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Massage the muscles while you do it. Okay? Relax the jaw,
Tap,
relax.
tap.
We got relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain.
No more clenching, no more pain. And do you
Relax.
tap every time, or
No,
just keep rubbing?
just tap once.
Because you
So
already have it online.
right.
You got your subconscious attention.
You got
Okay.
it.
So
Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. Okay. Now, when you're done with that, feel the muscles. And if you felt them before, they would have been tender. And as soon as you do that, the tension goes away. Does it feel like it's a little less now?
Oh yeah, and I also feel like even as I'm doing it, I can tell like my voice goes down. It's like it's relaxing as I'm doing it.
Yeah, your mind gets it. Okay. So now I'm going to teach you the second part.
Okay.
Okay? So, you tap, tap. You say relax the jaw, relax, no more clenching, no more pain. While you're doing it, you massage the muscles. And before you feel them, and you'll feel that they're tender. The massages are usually very tender, very tight. Okay? If they're really tender and they're really tight, you do the second step, which is what we're going to do right now. Isometrically, you're going to open the mouth against resistance. So let me give you a little rationale here. Okay? This is my biceps. If I contract my biceps, and if I resist, the muscle contracts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell the triceps on the other side to relax. So as soon as I contract this muscle, the flexor, it, by reflex, relaxes the triceps, the antagonistic muscle. So if I want to relax the triceps, all I have to do is contract the biceps.
Okay.
Okay? Now, the jaw has very strong muscles for closing, but very weak muscles for opening. Now, if you took an alligator, they say an alligator has an unbelievable amount of pressure closing, but if you held your fingers like this, you could keep his jaw closed because opening is very weak. So, what you're going to do is you're going to place your hand underneath the jaw and gently, without motion, with the pressure that you put on your eyeball, is the same pressure you're going to put on your jaw, and you're going to open, 1, 2, 3, relax. Open, 1, 2, 3, relax. open 1, 2, 3, relax. Open 1, 2, 3, relax. And you do that 10 times. Then you go back and you feel the muscles and you're like, wow, the spasm is gone. So what you've just done is you've given a way to instantly relax the muscles. So the problem that we run into is when you wake up in the morning and it's tense, right? You can't stop it, can you?
No.
I mean, it's like it's there. Why can't I stop it? And you just automatically keep clenching.
Mm-hmm.
So to stop it, you do the tap-tap technique. You massage while you say the program. And then you feel the muscles, and then you do the open 1, 2, 3, relax, open 1, 2, 3, relax, and to do that 10 times, and then you feel it again, and the muscles are relaxed, and all of a sudden, the clenching's gone. Now, it's really quick, meaning in most of the time, within a day or two, the headaches go away, the clenching goes away. That's the good news. Now, when I started this, the idea made sense, and what I said to my patients, I said, when you feel yourself clenching, do this technique. Okay? So the first thing you have to do for this technique to work is to catch yourself clenching. Once you catch yourself, then you know that you actually do it, because it's unconscious.
Right.
Half the people do not know they do it, the other half kind of know they do it, and then there's a good number of people that their spouses say, you clench your teeth, and they say, I don't. Okay? So when you catch yourself, you know you do it. Now you know why you need to do the technique, and then you go through the process that we just explained, and all of a sudden it's gone. So I tell people to do it whenever you catch yourself clenching. So a patient came in, he came in for acupuncture for TMJ. He was 50 years old, he had been the administrator of a major hospital in New York City. He retired early because he had headaches every day, and the only thing that helped him was acupuncture. So he comes in, and I do the acupuncture with him, and I teach him this technique, and he said, that makes sense. He was supposed to come back 3 times the next week, and he didn't. But a week later, I see him, and I run up to him and say, how you doing? He says, I'm doing great. I said, how often are you doing the technique? And he says, 3 times a day. And I said, you're catching yourself clenching 3 times a day? And he said, no, I caught myself clenching constantly the first day. And I did the technique like 10 times. The second day, I caught myself clenching like 5 times. And the third day, I caught myself clenching once. And after that, I wasn't clenching. So I said, you're doing it 3 times a day? He said, yeah, I figure I'll just do it 3 times a day until my mind gets it.
Right.
And a light bulb went off in my head. And I said, okay, I get it. If you do this technique 3 times a day like clockwork, and when you catch yourself clenching, you'll eliminate the bruxism. And when you do that, the headaches are gone. And it's really incredible.
Okay.
So, just to reiterate, part 1, catch yourself clenching, right?
Okay.
When you catch yourself clenching, you do the technique, and the technique is, show me. Give it a good tap tap, nice and hard, right?
Relax the jaw, relax the jaw.
Relax the jaw, relax. No more clenching, no more pain.
Relax, tap, tap, tap. Relax the jaw, relax. No more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax. No more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax. No more clenching, no more pain. Relax the jaw, relax. No more clenching, no
And you
more
do it
pain.
10 times, and at the end, now you feel the muscles. And if the muscles are still tender, then you take your fingers under your jaw and very gently, isometrically, open 1, 2, 3, relax. Open 1, 2, 3, relax. Open 1, 2, 3, relax. And you do that 10 times, and then you go back and you feel it, and you're like, wow. Now, if they're still real tight and you're still clenching, just do that another 10 times.
Right.
Is that too expensive for you?
Not at all.
Can you afford the 20 seconds?
The time and effort, yes.
Right, it's a 10-second technique, but if you have to do both, it's 20 seconds. Okay?
I can handle it.
How often are you going to do it?
3 times a day.
3 times a day. How long are you going to do it for?
90 days.
90 days. That's 3 months. Now, people are real good when I'm there to remind them. So what you do is you email me and you say TMJ Pain Away, and I'll put you on my TMJ list, and I'll just send you out a regular reminder at least every week. And what you do is when you get that reminder, you just keep it and you do your technique, and then you send it back to yourself.
Right.
And then the
okay.
next day you open it up and you do it again. and then you send it back to yourself, and you just keep sending it to yourself, so you always have that constant reminder. Isn't that a great reminder?
Yes.
When I started this 15 years ago, we didn't have email.
You didn't have
So,
technology
yeah,
like that?
yeah. Or you take your organizer and you put it into your alarm, tap tap, right, and set it for 3 times a day. Your alarm goes off. You remember to do it. So you do the technique in private. You can whisper it. You can say, relax the jaw, relax the jaw, clench, no pain. But you can't do it without speaking, because if you don't speak it out, your unconscious mind doesn't hear it. Okay? And it's simple. That's part 1. Part 2 we're going to go over the next time, and that's the stress reduction, and that's really simple also. Any questions?
No questions.
Does it make sense?
It does, and I'm actually feeling a sense of relief just from the one time.
And do you understand why we had to go through this 20 minutes in order for you to understand how to do the technique? Because if I just told you to do this technique, you wouldn't do it.
Right.
And that's why we're videotaping it today, so we can tell the rest of the world, here's how it's done. It's so simple.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.